obedience. There are two foundational obediences. All right, two dimensions to obedience. There's obedience to the gospel. That is when the gospel is preached, and then you now believe. Now that is the first layer of obedience. So by your obedience to the gospel, you come into Christ. You become born again. You receive the newness of life. Afterwards, when you now enter Christ, there is the second, and it's a higher form of obedience. That one has got to do with your willingness to now submit to that lordship, to submit to his voice, submit to his word, to do his bidding. That is the second dimension of obedience. And that is what determines if you are his servant, if he is your Lord. Anybody can say Jesus is my Lord, but to know if he's your Lord, you have to look at your life. And that is where the devil comes in. He has assigned different spirit to different people. He has assigned different spirit over different families to ensure that the will of God, the purposes of God, the plans of God for individuals and for families do not materialize. And this spirit come and they want to now establish their group, their governance, so that I can be preaching, and whilst I'm preaching, I'm a man of God that is walking in lust. Every girl you want to sleep with, it's an enslavement. You are a slave. You are not free. Such a man is not free. I'm not even talking about maybe somebody is dating one girl and then you are struggling. It's a bit different. People that are preaching, and then when they see a girl, like he has even someone that is going to marry you, and then you will see this one and then you want to go and sleep with this one. And after that, you see this one and you are a slave. There's a spirit, there's a power. You need help. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. That means that a spirit has enslaved you, and he's causing your life to waste, because you become nothing in the end. It's either they covenant you to some spirit or something goes wrong. There's an enslavement that is going on. You must free yourself. Will you be free just because we prayed for you? No, there are things to do. There are things to do. I told you, I threw the challenge to you. I said that if you like, bind yourself for 3 days fasting and see. No matter the demon of masturbation, it will get to a point you can't. You are already fainting. You see, the fasting now will bring strength. Yes, there's some people when they fast now, then they will not fast again. They won't pray like the way they did again. And then they will wait until they are yoked again. It can bring you strength for 3 months. It can bring you strength for 2 weeks. Say, I refuse to be a servant of any spirit. Refuse. You have to refuse. Spirit want to establish rule. The same thing they want to do in our territories. There are territories that when you go there, no ministry, nothing. They don't allow anybody that want to be a member of light to rise. Controlling powers. They determine what happens. There are families that no matter what, you have to give birth to 1 or 2 or 3. You have to womanize. You have to have 5 wives, 6 wives. And if you're now a Christian and you say marry 6 wives, whose servant are you? It's a serious issue. Whose servant are you? That is the law of the spirit. That demon that rules over the family. He says you must give birth before you marry. And then it happens to the Christian also. When Christ set you free, you are supposed to be free from that thing. If that demon is still able to establish that government, you are a slave to that spirit. I'm not talking about talking in tongues. It goes beyond talking in tongues. You speak in your tongue, the demon will still come and have his way around you. Who told you it's about tongues? There's an understanding that we need to sustain. But beyond that, your Christianity has to go beyond the level that you have pegged it. You have pegged it too low. You have pegged it too low. You can't even be consistent for services. You want to go and win over ancient demons. You are a joker. Do you know what they have done to lock our lands? Charlie, if you continue to do this, our Christian, that your village will be like that, or you will serve God, but your village will still be the same. You will serve God, or you go and pray in tongues there and everything. They look at you and say, okay. Because deliverance from ruling spirit, sometimes you need stature. You come with authority. Because once you dethrone such a spirit, you have to be able to occupy. Or there should be a ranking angel that you partner with, that can now stand in that place, because a spirit must rule. Somebody has to be an authority figure over that terrain. And it doesn't end. They can come and also overthrow you the next month. So you stay and you keep on going deeper. The things that carried you up, you don't stop. Say, I refuse any spirit from ruling over my destiny. They can't rule over our families. The protocols that they watch over in families shouldn't be found in your life. Once it finds expression in your life, you have become a slave. There are families that are drunkards.